So Ram, really appreciate you taking the time and leading us through some of the things that are coming down the pipe. If I put myself in the persona of a CIO or a CTO who's looking to make some strategic investments, what's really the message that Zoho wants to get out, over the course of our couple of days together, and for these, the CTO and the CIO in the next say 12 months?
Right. So I think the first thing is get your digital strategy straight, especially if you're a small to medium sized company, board of spreadsheets, use the right apps. That is when you're right for AI maturity.
So, and I noticed you deliberately said digital strategy right before you said the magic AI acronym.
Yeah.
Because I'm putting words in your mouth, so keep me honest here. But you can't do AI until you have that sense of digital assets and what your data really is first. Is that correct? Is that what I'm spun?
See, at Zoho, we dog food our tools. I mean, we see the dirty, nasty first version before our customers see the perfect version. So, in fact, we tried deploying AI. We are a 80,000 people company. We tried deploying AI into our processes. And, the kind of discovery that we had, we are a technology company. We run on our own tools. We own the process. We own our AI. But to get that to work, we had to do a lot of front office, back office plumbing.
Right.
Take something as simple as assigning a ticket to somebody on Zoho Desk customer support portal. Now, a random assigning didn't help. I mean, typically, you use an AI engine. Oh, he's the expert who has solved all refund-related questions with rating of 4.93. So I'm the best person. But I'm on leave for the next 6 days, and the SLA for this ticket is 2 days. Then it has to be reassigned. So connect your HRMS system with your customer support portal. Now, who's the escalation part? So again, find out my reporting manager from the HRMS portal. How busy am I to solve this ticket within SLA? So you have to connect my projects portal to it. So we had to do a lot of plumbing to get our own AI to work for us. Now, if you have data in silos, process in silos, data in spreadsheets,
Which, let's be honest, everyone. There's more data, I'm sure, that exists in spreadsheets than commercial database platform.
Yeah. So it is important for your AI to have a cohesive view of the data and the processes that you do. And today, every process is your integration is merely just adding more clutter. There is a difference between tying things together to two things natively talking to each other. Take a look at any process. Take a look at a new joinee onboarding in your team. It starts with the talent acquisition group. It then goes through interviews. Then you give an offer letter. Then the person accepts the offer. So look at how many teams are involved. They have a system admin team that assigns the system. They have an admin team that decides where do they sit. Then their information goes to the payroll. So now this cuts across departments. Now, for AI to enhance your employee experience, you need it to have a cohesive view on what is happening. But at the same time, you also need privacy controls. The person, my sysadmin, need not know my salary when I'm being onboarded into a company. So information flow is crucial. So do that, get your digital maturity straight, your AI maturity follows, and remove fragmentation, remove clutter. And this is when, yes, you will be vibe coding certain aspects of your processes, but you will not be vibe coding things like compliance, things like payroll. Anything that involves people, anything that involves money, I'm sure you're not going to be vibe coding. So stick to the right platform, stick to the right fundamentals so that you're able to ride this AI wave.
So I like to still identify myself as a technologist, even though, years and years are going by and I'm becoming further and further removed from any sort of operational hands-on keyboard. I think you certainly still get to get your hands dirty a little bit. But all of that work that you just described, I mean, that isn't even sort of data readiness. It's definitely not technology readiness. And Zoho is making the promise, and yet, to be honest, that you can just come to Zoho and buy the technology.
Yeah.
But all the readiness that you talked about, I mean, that's sort of enterprise architecture.
Yeah.
That's business, process mapping. What's the effort? What's the investment that needs to be made in those areas before they spend $1 with Zoho? And is that something that the enterprise would need to go to a partner to do? Do you think it's something they can do internally? Because again, it's nice that they're going to buy your platform, but you know as well as I do, they can buy your platform all day long. If they don't get the results because they didn't do their homework, they're still going to cancel their subscription with you. Zoho is going to own that outcome, even if you don't honestly deserve it. So what kind of investment is required in sort of the enterprise architecture, the business process transformation before spending $1 with Zoho?
Right. So there are two ways you could do it. One is talk to us.
Okay, so you do offer these services as well to help coach people through the necessary steps in order to adopt the tech.
Yeah, our pre-sales team can walk with you, help you understand the problem, look at existing systems that you have, look at their compatibility with Zoho, and where Zoho could help, where Zoho could not help, is something that we do on the discovery call. The other option is to go via a partner. If you have a very specialized use case, if you are very domain specific, then we have partners in certain regions, in all regions. I mean, there is, let's say you need a regional flavor for a particular vertical. Let's say real estate in Texas. Right now, the building codes are different, the tax laws are different. So then the partner ecosystem could help. They would have definitely pre-built some of the solutions that you are asking for. So that is a route that you can take. But generally, the way we have seen Zoho is land and expand. A lot of people start with a single product and then they eventually discover a lot of things that they could use and then they could expand. We also have Zoho One, which is a bundle, and you pay per employee, you pay per seat, and all tools are accessible to everybody, of course, with the right privacy controls. So there are different models. There are different. For instance, you just want the sales and marketing bundle, you could do that. You just want the IoT bundle, you could do that. You just want the workplace bundle for your internal collaboration, your email, documents, storage, all of that, then you could do that. So there are people who got point products and then expanded into bundles and then ended up in Zoho One. There are people who just started with the emailing system and then they found it so good and started doing customer experience. There are a lot of people who started with finance and then discovered Zoho's value and then they started expanding. So ideally, it's good to, if you're totally new to Zoho, start with one, give it a shot. I'm sure you will start looking at the bad day.
So you're saying this isn't a boil the ocean approach. It is literally start with one particular point case. That's not just good for Go, but also good for the enterprise who's doing it, right? Because then they get their feet wet. They get to understand sort of where some of those data concerns or privacy concerns really manifest themselves. And then they can use that learning to adopt another product and another product and another product in another department, in another division, in another.
Exactly. I mean, when I come to events like these, I meet a lot of these Zoho champions who are like super excited about their customer and they champion Zoho within their company and then they go to a new company, then they champion Zoho there. So we've seen a lot of that happening.
And would you say that is it a technical problem on the implementation, or is it really sort of more of that business appetite or belief? Because again, even when we're talking to your panel of customers up there, we had sort of 4 business leaders, all now like a general manager or sales leader. They were all business leader titles. One of them was a former CIO. One of them was a former consultant at another research and advisory company.
Right.
The other 2, I wasn't able to find any sort of IT dirt on it, but they were still more IT fluent than most business leaders that I talked to. So I mean, great selection of panelists, but I do feel that the message between IT enthusiasm can get lost when it comes up to that executive layer.
So one, I mean, my interaction with these the layer at the top is what really matters is time to execution. There are incidents, there are cases where we have migrated email systems within a weekend with 0 downtime. There are cases where we've set up a new sales process again with 0 downtime. So our time to market is definitely one of our key features, and the leadership definitely likes the way that we are easy to do business with. I mean, we're so predictable. We don't nickel and dime the customer. We don't overnight increase the prices by 50%. We barely correct for inflation. That's what we've done over the years. So being bootstrapped and profitable has really helped that as a company. So that really gets the top management's attention. And of course, making it easy to implement gets the mind share of the IT guys as well.
All right, so the big message, big takeaway is it's outcome focused, and Zoho will help you get to that outcome, whether it's an email migration, whether it's implementing again, you wouldn't even say an AI or an agentic AI system. It's what's the outcome. You'll get faster summarization of documents. You will get easier detection of events and anomalies in your IT asset or in your IT environment in order to correct them.
Absolutely, John. AI is just one of the 100 things that we do.
Right.
I mean, look at something like search. Look at something like single sign-on. There are a lot of companies that charge for it. Now, this comes with the platform. the directory comes to the platform. So all of that, I am still bullish on the platform. AI is just one bolt-on or one thing that is contextually mixed inside the platform. But what stands out is the platform, your time to market, you are very easy to customize. You need not have a implementation team to spend months or even years to implement it. And we keep evolving. I mean, we started off on-prem, we moved on to the cloud, we're running the AI way. And then we are getting ready for the vibe coding wave with OS and all of that. So we're always moving forward. We keep reinvesting our profits into our R&D. I think that's what stands out.
Ram, thanks very much for your time. I really appreciate it. It's a pleasure talking to you. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of Zoho 26. We'll be looking forward to seeing what's coming up at Zoho 27.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.